Yeah, it really makes you feel like you've got all this vision that you can see everything coming towards your base and leaving your base, but it really doesn't help if something snuck by you earlier.
Looks like Templar Archives coming in for Iconia also.
And again, we've got a very large crystal build up here for BCC. I'd really be getting out a ton of zealots. And we've got a +2 weapons upgrade coming now, which is great, and a mortal on his side as well. 4 gates up. One's not turned into a transition to a warp gate yet, so hopefully he catches that.
So here we go. We've got some observers coming across into Iconia's base. Obviously, BCC trying to get a look. What has he got? So he's seeing the Robo. He'll see Templar Archives there for sure.
It's odd, just noticing that Iconia elected to go with the amulet research over Psystorm first, which usually players want to get that Psystorm up as quick as possible, but I guess he just wants that advantage of having the extra energy when
Yeah,
he warps them in.
getting the energy to bring a Templar out with enough to Storm right away is important, but I do think that the Storm would have been a great choice to go with first. It's expensive, it takes a long time to get, and in the meantime, while it's researching, you can spit out 3, 4, 5 Templars and let them sit and get that energy to be ready to use it when it's done, and then train up the Caterin.
So it looks like BCC got a bunch of drones on his expansion there, not mining. So he's got that set that rally point and
Yep.
moving down with a big force of stalkers. He's gonna go and take a look. Probably gonna try and use that blink.
Yeah, it looks like he managed to get 3 guys up there.
Yep.
So he's jumping up there because he has an observer in Iconia's base.
Yeah, this is going to be unfortunate, though. It's kind of going to be a throwaway, because he's really all in when you do this. You can't get in, you can't get out.
And you can just see those immortals chew through the stalkers so quickly.
Right. Yeah, and it looks like he's got BCC has this little force here of immortals and sentries and stuff. If he would have tried to do like a two-sided attack with blink up on the ledge and then maybe hitting from the other side, that might have done more damage.
I'm surprised we hadn't seen him push in with his second force until now, especially when the attack came in the front.
And here we go, Iconia moving in on BCC's expansion in the top, and BCC coming in also, and again they're blinking into an immortal. Oh, it's just going to be a whole lot of pain.
Yeah, great idea to blink, but not into the immortal. I would have saved it to pull the units back, save my shields. But he's got more units warping in, and that proxy pylon's really going to help him keep pushing that pressure on if he can keep it up.
And here we
Looking
go.
at worker count here, it looks like Iconia definitely way ahead now in terms of workers.
Huge force coming up now. Looks like we're going to have a decent-sized battle. A couple of immortals on his side, as well as the Templar coming.
Templar with Psystorm available. Here he goes, coming in. Forming a line there, Psystorm possibly going down on some of them. Yep.
Got a little bit of them. I'd like
A blink coming in on the back, and those immortals. I would really like to focus far down those immortals if I could. Looks like BCC has done so, and
that immortal has 9 kills.
Yep.
yeah. So it just shows you how strong they are.
But again, Iconia has gone and put another proxy pylon right there to keep the pressure up, but it looks like he's going to lose it. I would have put it just up onside that ramp, up into the gold.
And it looks like now Iconia is definitely focus firing the immortals down.
Looks like BCC is going to go with a nice counterattack here, moving his forces back out to Iconia's base.
Yep, Iconia proxying in at that top left panel, moving 4 zealots and a stalker in. So this, Zealous or BCC coming in, mustering up, always good. Make sure you got all your forces when you push in. But right as he's about to do that, there's Iconia going in on his expansion again with those 4 workers that are dormant.
They're just having a little tea social. I felt so bad for them. They're like in a little firing squad hanging out in front of the.
And it looks like BCC moving in on the bottom here at the same time, possibly anticipating a base race. So both players attacking one another's bases, going directly for the heart, going for pylons. BCC warping in some stalkers to try and save his base. Iconia pulling in some zealots, it looks like, to try and help deal with all of these stalkers. Some great action on both sides.
Yeah, and BCC is doing some significant damage here to Iconia's base. Takes out that pylon, which powers down these 2 warp gates and that cannon.
Yeah, this doesn't look good. This is a really strong unit composition, especially with those blink stalkers.
So pulling the drones
immortal
off the line, definitely good. Keeping them in one spot, then that immortal can come in and kick the shit out of those stalkers. Or at least that other immortal. And that could win him. That could keep him in the game there. So he focus fired that immortal with his immortal, and he held off.
Yeah, he managed to fend that off pretty well. He almost put the pylon down there to power those warp gates back up, but he elected not to, which is I wonder if that was just a mistake on his part.
Yeah, that was a great way to keep those things off, using those probes to hold those guys in check.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's excellent too how both players each have an observer in each other's base, but they haven't decided to search for the observer, either of them.
Yeah. And
So BCC setting up a forward expansion. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he's putting up he's got a pylon here with two photon cannons.
And it looks like Iconia going in again with a smaller force, but definitely, you know, with whoever attacks first is really gonna, you know, they gotta, you know, BCC has got to think about this. So he's pulling back some stalkers right now. He's a little worried.
Yeah, the Immortal's going to chew through those pylons. If those 2 pylons go down, it's going to be tough. He's got a whole group of workers just sitting here. And no money right now, so it'd be really good to pull them back, get your force back, and send them down to the natural. And it looks like he is going to kill off this Immortal right now. And he's pulling his workers down.
So BCC on his way back. Quite a few stalkers now. It looks like he's kind of almost gone all in stalkers. So what we'd like to see from Iconia here is either, I guess, matching stalkers, but you really want those immortals. Really want those immortals.
Yeah, more immortals would be crucial here.
He's queued up 2 more in his robotics facilities, and he's both got them set to come out pretty shortly. So they're going to have 2 shortly. And BCC is attacking just in the back. He's actually attacking the robotics facility now. He's bounced up into the back of the base with a few of the stalkers.
Oh, and he's done a right-click move there, so stalker's not attacking, just trying to go around. I bet you that was when he did the blink, so Iconia able to take out, it looks like 4 or 5 stalkers there without any retaliation.
It looks like Iconia put down 3 extra gateways at his expansion.
Yeah, I really like sawing those go down. You just got to warp the last one into a warp gate.
And BCC still does not know that that expansion exists.
Yeah, I'd be worried at this point in the game when you see that he's still building units and there's no crystals. And there's no natural.
So again, Iconia putting pressure on BCC here. He's got 2 stalkers in his base. BCC responding.
Yeah, nice little harassment here. He's been using that proxy pylon, you know, all game long, and it's done him pretty good, I think.
Yeah, he's got a couple of sentries, a couple more stalkers going to come down, and I think they will be able to wipe out these few stalkers here if they can get together and put up those guardian shields.
I'd like to hear what you had to say on going for sentries. Like when and where are sentries strongest, Senate?
Sentries, they're really good for these pushes in certain situations. If you like, he does have the blink, he does have that ability to move around and get that mobility, but I really don't see the use of the blink that is really the key for getting it. You know, getting those proxy pylons low, having those observers in the base, poking around and just harassing is what blink is really good for. And you know, that's when large mass blink stalkers become extremely powerful as a great unit together. Having those immortals to take down buildings is great, but you know,